time, and I wanna spend some time with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Don't that mean there's somebody behind me?
It's a ghost. Dream. I think that's what they wanted. Yeah, the ZL. Part
The
of
ZL2, yeah, ZR2. It's big.
It's average.
I mean, it ain't
Sausage.
that rancher, that big ass that, but it's still kind of big. I mean, especially for me.
Not really. It's about the same size as what my work truck I had.
But do you see how I get up in there like I'm in a booster seat?
Really? Need to get some air.
It's giving you the thing on there.
Yeah, it's down low again. I'm gonna have to plug it.
You need to like fix the flat shit.
Yeah, because I ain't trying to buy the different tires. So I don't want to spend on these tires and get 10 around.
I didn't buy that.
That was $1,300.
What do they do?
Mustard and mayo.
I don't even know what that means.
Mustard and mayo.
Is that
Oh.
yellow and white?
Yeah. The gold, the presidential, what rolls on lax.
But the grill is silver.
What they got to do with anything? I ain't got nothing to do with the
You
tire.
have gold rims.
That's not gold rims, it's tires. It's the gold line. What are you talking
Oh, I
about?
thought you said. Whatever. I thought you said gold.
It's okay.
Don't do that,
It's
because
okay.
I don't like that.
I bet you don't. But you said you had something you wanted to talk about today on Let's Talk About It.
First of all, I don't like why did you escalate like that? It's not necessary.
Since we just had an alien dust storm that came through yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, we've been having some weird weather.
Not really. That just was yesterday.
I mean, we've been
Well,
cold. It's been
Actually,
raining.
it's been
tornado. We had weird tornado sirens last week. We had crazy winds yesterday that's blowing over trucks and had an orange
Well, that's
mist
because
all
we had that
over.
red moon. The red
Well,
dust. That was all red dust. The sky looked like red dust
That shit was
yesterday.
frightening. That's all I can say.
Which is funny. It was, like I said, it was sunny. Then when I left with meeting up with Chris, I'm like, what the hell's going on with the sky? It just looked
So those
dusty.
that don't know what we're talking about, yesterday,
they know.
we had a red moon, we had the full moon, then we had the
Full moon
lunar,
was the day before, because I
right?
seen that out tonight.
Which was the eclipse.
I was
and we
feeling
had
good that night. I wanted to get out and go ride. Matter of fact, where did I go? I went somewhere.
I was like, I know you went somewhere. Then we had the red moon lunar yesterday. I mean, the day before that, which led into this crazy orange dust storm that we got yesterday. Extreme high winds with 50, 60
Oh, that was.
miles per hour here.
It came from West Texas.
And the Panhandle, our son sent us images. It looked like that movie, The Doom. Dust everywhere. It was orange, high accelerated winds. They said the winds got up to almost 90 miles per hour. It flipped over big
Semi
trucks.
trailers.
I mean, like, it was crazy. So
Yeah, if you had an empty semi trailer going through there, your shit was getting blown over.
yeah,
Then
it
I
was
seen something
crazy
later.
car accidents.
Yeah, I seen.
You
like
seen that
a bunch
four,
of-
six, about 6 or 7 cars?
Yeah, I don't know
Man,
how
that was
many
tore
was,
up.
but they were all like, you should have just got off and pulled over somewhere.
But that's the one that I was telling you about. I was just like, you were saying it was just the trucks that didn't have nothing in them. I'm like, this not
No,
just
that's
trucks.
the ones that, well, yeah, the ones that was just blown over.
Yeah.
But you see how everybody wrecked and then everybody.
So
Oh, Jesus.
we had to go to Nyla's last soccer game last night, and winds was crazy. The winds had died down by that point, but it was misty. You could see it like
it wasn't windy all day because I was out. It wasn't real. Even when I was out before I left, it wasn't windy.
it was windy in Grapevine.
It wasn't windy when I got home. When I left, because normally the van be when it's windy.
That's why I said everybody was teasing like, you got to get your weight up for this Texas
will for you.
wind. Because I'm like,
But yeah, it wasn't windy yesterday when around 3 o'clock when I was dipping home. At least it didn't seem windy to me, like nothing out the normal.
it was windy on the side that I was in.
I just know
it was you could hear it hitting the windows.
It was just a dusty sky. I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? Let me turn the AC on. 'Cause normally I roll the windows down if it's feeling good.
Yeah. So we were supposed to get up to 70 degrees today, but there's a cool breeze in the air.
Well, I think it done went up now. That's when
It said it still says it's supposed to get up to 70.
it didn't feel like that when we just got in the car. I feel like it was warm.
I'll tell you exactly what it is right in this moment. It says 69 degrees.
It don't feel like it.
But and it says that it's windy. Cloudy conditions expected around 7 p.m. Wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. So we've been getting some weirdness for the past few days. But what I wanted to ask you is something I don't know if people know that Michelle Obama and her brother Craig Robinson came out with a podcast.
She got a brother?
Yeah.
I guess I never know.
Yeah, like
That's how much
they best friends. Like they always together.
I mean, well, like I said, I didn't even know. I ain't never paid attention to.
And so they had Issa Rae on there the other day, and the conversation was about friendships. It was about the differences with women and men in their friendships. And some friendships need to go, and that was the topic. And they had Issa Rae on there. And a lady wrote in. Are you going to go? You want me to go? Or you want me to go?
Okay.
A lady wrote in to the show and basically was like, she had a friend, and I guess she had not been the kind of friend, I guess, that the friend needed her to be. And she would let the friendship go stagnant. So what I mean by that is, like, sometimes she would reach out to her. She would go long spans without reaching out to the girl. Meanwhile, that friend had been going through a variety of different things throughout the time, and she felt like that the girl hadn't been showing up to be the kind of friend that she really needed her to be. And I guess the friend had a death. And so the lady who's writing into the show, her name is Eva, to kind of better help you get. And Eva is basically saying, so she reached out to the friend after she found out there was a death in the family. She didn't show up for the funeral, but she reached out and was just like telling her that she was sorry for her loss, and I guess trying to offer some sense of solitude or console her. And the friend responded back to Eva basically saying that she was good. She felt like the friendship had not been a reciprocatable friendship, and she felt like the relationship was stagnant majority of the time, and if she didn't reach out to Eva, that the friendship wouldn't be a friendship. And so the girl basically told her that she was good, told her it was no need for her to reach out to her basically again. The girl was mad. Eva was upset because she thought, like, I don't understand, like, why she basically would reply back like that. And so the conversation between Michelle, I really want to kind of hold off for just a second because I don't want to have to explain this again. I didn't even think about that. He's going in to get the shakes. But the conversation became what kind of friend are you? But it also became a conversation about how women are with their friendships opposed to how men are with their friendships, and vulnerability and being able to speak to hard times in friendships. And so the question that I was going to ask David was, how does he see his friendships, and how is he able to speak to his friends when he's going through things that that may be different from the way I speak to my girlfriend? Because I thought it was really funny at how Michelle was saying she was with her friends, and how Issa was saying she was with her girlfriends. But also I thought it was eye-opening about how the brother Craig spoke to his friends. And I just was like, I've thought about this, but I haven't thought about this. I thought about it in the context of David has friends from when he was like 15, 16. Like his closest friend that he talks to all the time, Marlon, which is probably, he wouldn't even call him his friend. He calls him his brother. They've been knowing each other since they was probably like 15, 16. His other friend, Daniel, he been knowing him around the same time. Like, he got long childhood friends. But women, we typically don't have friendships that are child-based. I mean, I have like a old homie that used to live next door to me, that we grew up with each other as children. His name is John, and he was my brother. Growing up as kids, like, we got chickenpox together, we got measles together. His daddy brought him to my house so he could get chickenpox. He was like my brother. We were the same age, and he basically would look out for me in the neighborhood. But like girlfriends, that's a whole nother story. I don't have friends from high school that I would consider friends now, and I just think that's crazy to me. So I wanted to ask him, how does he feel about it? So he's coming back to the car now. Where's hers at? I guess this.
I'm gonna need to open me up a goddamn smoothie key. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah, we don't even want to. You want to tell him how much you spent today at Smoothie
Nope.
King? That's how much it costs. Okay, it was over $20, and he got 2 smoothies and this acai bowl.
No, that's not a pasta. That's a
What is that?
cocoa colada bowl.
Okay, whatever. But so I'll rewind back a bit. I was telling them that the topic of the show was friendships. Like, some friendships need to go. And so,
But why they need to go?
so basically it was
strawberry's different. You know
what?
what? Continue on.
What's wrong with it? They nasty? Strawberries ain't no good? Did I just break my straw?
I told you, since Trump and him getting rid of the Mexicanos, I've been noticing difference in the fruit products.
I broke my straw. Oh no. Now I can't get my stuff out. Ain't nothing in here.
Better go in there before I dip off.
Shoot. Oh goodness. That makes me mad.
I think I really do need to look into finding about opening up a Smoothie King.
Anyway, so the topic of why I wanted to ask you is because it was Michelle Obama, her brother, and Issa Rae. I'm gonna try to do it fast. Were having a conversation where somebody wrote in to the show, and they had a friend. This girl named Eva had a friend that basically she was not she wasn't being a consistent friend with her friend. Eva wasn't being a consistent friend. And so she would go long spans of not reaching out to her, not checking in. The friend was going through some difficult times, and Eva was not there to help her through the difficult times. But then Eva's friend ends up losing somebody. So she reaches out to her in a text message after she didn't make it to the funeral. And basically tried to send comfort to her. The friend responded back to Eva like, I'm good on our friendship. You're not a consistent friend, and you haven't been there during the times when I needed you most. And so let this be the last time you text me, because I need somebody who can give me the type of friendship that I give you. You only reach out to me if I reach out to you. And so I thought it was, they each individually talked about how they show up and how they are with their friendships. And Michelle was saying that like she got friends that she will invite to her house, and they will come in, but they will already have said like, okay, she gonna be here for like 3 or 4 days because we gotta catch up. We got a lot of things to talk about. And so the friend will stay at the house, and Barack will be like, that first day, like they'll be catching up on like, basically they'll catch up on like what's happening like right now. And then the next day they might catch up on like what's happening with our kids. And he would get up in the morning time, they would be sitting at the table with their coffee and stuff, and they would be talking, and he'll sit down for a hot second, and then he'll get up and go. He'll come back like 4 or 5 hours later. He like, y'all still there? They still there talking. He like, I don't understand, what all could y'all be talking about? And so they were talking about how they are with their friendship. And so Michelle's like, about 4 days, we feel like we done got everything out. And Barack was like, it don't take that much. Like, it shouldn't take that much. And Issa was talking about how she is with her friends. Issa's the type of friend where she really don't want to have to do the work. Like, she want friends that she can pick up right where she left off every time. Because she like, I got too much shit going on. And I know that I can't show up and be a consistent friend. So I need friends that understand that they know I got a lot of stuff going on and I can't be a consistent friend. And so she was saying like, I got friends that I go to talk about certain things. I know they each individually facilitate certain things. So Issa said she got friends that cheer her on when she on bullshit. She got a friend that be like, no, that's not cool. Then she got a messy friend who, anytime she call her about some mess, she like, girl, I know, fuck that girl. She got isolated friendships. But all together, they are like one whole friendship. So she was just like, basically that. But then her brother said something that I thought was so groundbreaking. Like, oh Lord Jesus.
Go ahead.
He was saying like, his friends, they don't go through all that. She was like, you can go golfing with your friends. You'll be golfing with them all day long, and y'all won't have conversations of substance. Michelle, that's what Michelle's brother was saying. And he was like, we don't need to have conversations of substance. Like, we together. Like, this is what we needed. And Michelle's like, I think that is not being truthful in your friendship. Like, y'all supposed to go deep. And he was like, we don't have to go deep in order to understand that something's happening. He was like, but on his words, like he was talking about his first divorce from his wife, he did not tell his family that it was like leading up to the divorce. When they were getting ready to get a divorce, he did not tell his family because he was in hopes that him and her could redeem the relationship and get a relationship and the marriage back on course. And he didn't want his family to be on go mode if he ended up fixing it. But he went to his friends. Y'all, he getting air in the tire. This why. Look, y'all. This what our conversations be like sometimes with David at home. While I be talking, he'd be like squirrel. I don't know. Even though we shouldn't have even started this video until he got all of this stuff done. I don't know why he does this. But it is what it is.
Oh, I'm good. I got it.
I got it? Okay.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Oh, that man was so nice. He's trying to help him with some little tool to gauge the air. So the brother was saying that he does not have to do that, but he was saying that when he got ready to go through, he was going through the divorce, his friends have this thing where they will all hook up and go to like the bar.
Yeah,
And
type
each
shit.
person will, like, whoever is going through
But
the
hold
worst
up.
situation.
You, I think you're going too far.
I'm not going too far. You just are not
Mm-hmm.
paying attention.
Cause you went to a girlfriend that she cut off a friend. We got to start there. You will keep going on, and I don't know where to.
I was going to the man's part, and I was going to have you speak to that part.
No.
Can't speak to female friends because you ain't got no female friends.
Yes, how you know I don't?
Oh, Nick.
How you know what I don't?
Oh, you don't.
That's not the point. What I'm saying is, your friend. Go back to the beginning. She had an issue. They were friends. She felt like one friend is never around.
She feel like the friend is not consistent.
What
feels like,
hold up. What do you call consistent?
if I'm calling you all the time and checking on you and you leave me on red, or you don't ever respond, or I'm always checking on you and you're not ever reaching out to me, that's an inconsistent friend, which I have one that's like that, and the shit irritates the fuck out of me. So I completely understand. And I know the moment when you get to where, you know what, I'm not reaching out no more, because not only do you never think about me unless something tragic is happening, you think that you can just pop back in whenever you want to, and I'm supposed to be okay with how you treat our friendship.
First, I would like to say this.
But this is okay. Go ahead.
Some people are associates and some people are friends. You have to understand the difference from an associate and a friend.
I agree.
Everybody's not, just because you feel like you don't have to call and check in on nobody. And never, hey, I ain't heard from you. Came across my mind. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't get mad if the other person is not that way. That's not in their nature. It's not their character to do that. If they don't do that with nobody, especially if you're not like a long time friend. It's like me and Marlon.
I told them about Marlon. I told them the little bit I know.
We cannot talk for weeks, but
y'all pick up right where y'all
pick
left
up,
off.
or even me and Oyella. Even his mom's like, well, we'll just
That's
pick
Daniel,
up like
who I was talking about.
we'll just pick up like nothing never left. We know it. We know we out here in motion and we doing things. When we need to talk, we'll reach out or have a conversation. Ain't nothing like, yep.
That's why I was trying to go to where the man was saying how his friendships is structured.
But we can go to that, but we got to nip that in the bud first. She can't be mad because
She can be mad.
That's not a friend. She didn't class.
If she thinks that if they've been friends since they've been young, because they've been young, but as they've gotten older, this is how she moves in the friendship. I can be upset about that. You can't tell me that my
Then you need to have a conversation. You should have a
And
conversation.
she did, and it's not got no better.
That's not what you said. You said she didn't hear from her or nothing like that. So
I said she goes long spans without reaching out to her. But there's been a lot of things happening in that friend's life, and during those times, she knows about them.
Slow down. You talking too fast. You moving too
I knew it was
fast.
gonna be like this.
You said just because she goes long spans, so that means in those long spans, just because it's not every day or every month, in the long spans, when she reach out.
And if the friend, the only reason I'm talking to you is because I'm reaching out to you, not because you reaching out to me.
In the long span.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. You're not being a consistent friend.
Then why are you reaching out to her? It's because I think it's like you got something on your mind you want to find out from her. Maybe the other person just ain't got nothing to say or nothing that's going on.
She also has said that the friend had told her once before about how she moves in friendships, and she just was like, how she's been moving in their friendship. She said that she would be better, but she's yet to be better. So then she had this death in her family, and prior to that she had her divorce.
The girl who didn't reach out.
Right. Well, the girl who, Eva is the person writing the letter. She's talking about the friend gave her the response.
So who was the friend? So the friend was going through a divorce,
She was going through a divorce,
and she didn't reach out to her.
and old girl, Eva, who's writing the letter, did not reach out to the girl. Then after that, she have a death. And now you reaching out to me. And you didn't show up.
Hold on. So, I guess I'm confused on. There's so much shit. See, women got so much bullshit going on. I'm like, hold up. Who's having the problems? Who had the death? And the girl writing the letter.
Girlfriend.
She-
Her friend.
Hold up.
Eva
Can I
is
talk? Can I talk?
Eva is-
Can I ask? Can I just get it out?
No, I'm just gonna tell you.
No, because I'm not understanding shit you talking about. So the girl writing the letter is saying this about a friend that she had, because
That's Eva. The girl writing the letter is Eva.
she's the one complaining.
She's the one that's mad because the girl says she don't want to fuck with her no more.
Okay, so the girl Eva was going through a divorce.
No,
and has
her friend was going through divorce.
And she
Eva was the half-ass person showing up in the
Oh, see,
friendship.
that's where I was like, I need to know who's who in this story
Yes.
and get an understanding. See,
So
you just trying to
Eva
tell us.
is-
You're
Eva-
just telling the story of two people. I'm like,
No,
who?
because you got out the goddamn car and you missed the story.
But yeah, when you're supposed to run it back, you gotta
See,
run
that's
it. You gotta
what
run
I
it.
just tell y'all. This is what I be talking about.
You gotta run the shit back properly.
No, it's like I told the people. This what our conversations be like. And you be like squirrel and you'll get out in the middle of the fucking conversation. Then you be mad because
Hey.
like I feel like I missed something.
Because I'm in motion. That's when you just pause it. You know, hit that button right there. Hit the red button and go right back to it. But anyway, so
So Eva's the half-ass friend. And
they didn't mix. This wasn't frozen enough.
so old girl, when the funeral happens, Eva texts this girl. But the thing is, she missed the funeral. So she's texting her saying,
Hey,
like,
get that time.
I apologize for not being able to make it to the funeral. But I wanted to physically send in my condolences.
Oh, she reached out and did that.
But old girl is like, this is the half-ass way you handle me all the time. You're not a present and caring friend, but you always want me to be there for you. So she just told Eva, after today, let this be the last time you reach out to me, because I want friends who can show up for me like I show up for them. That, she said, it was making her feel like that she was not a priority in her life.
Okay.
And so Eva is writing in because, one, she don't see her wrong. Two, she feels hurt by the situation. And so
Did she say why she feel hurt?
she said because she just feel like, you know, like she was doing the best she could. She was kind of like how Issa Rae said, like, I need friendships that don't require for
So
me
what-
to do a lot.
I get it. Why I got to call you every day long?
You ain't gotta call me every day, but
I don't need to hear your life story all the time.
I
but-
don't. You may not need to do that, but I have a friend. I'll call her an associate now. That
'Cause I
always makes me a last thought. And when I say last thought, like, we will go long spans without talking, and the only way we talk is if I reach out. It's never her reaching out. There's never been a time that it's because she reaches out. It's because I reach out. And she'll be having things and events, and she'll be throwing barbecues and everything. And I don't know, she'll come across my mind, or I'll see something and I'll check on her every so many months, and she'll be like, oh, I forgot to tell you. But the thing be like, she done already told everybody like 3 weeks ago. So now she telling me it's the day before. But she gets mad if I can't make it to something that you made me a last gesture. Like, I'll give you a case and scenario. She was having something on a boat, and she's like, well, everybody has already solidified their spot on the boat, so I don't know if there'll be a spot for you and David, but, you know, like, you can come and see if you can get on. I was just like, well, when did you send the RSVP out? She sent the RSVP out like a month before. So now you want me to show up in hopes that there's a space for us on the boat. And if we drive 45 minutes to get out there, then to get there and we can't get on it, Then we gotta turn, like, I was like, nah, I'm good, don't worry about it. Because I felt like if you really wanted me to be there, when you invited everybody else, you would have thought the notion to invite me. Now, the reason why it bothers me so much that this friend is like that.
Sometimes things do slip your mind, especially if you're not. How can I say it?
Every time, David?
It's
Every
like,
time?
It's like it. Well,
It slips your mind every time?
yeah, you think about people when you think about it. I mean, like, if you're not like, you're a friend, but you're not. Say you got 20 friends,
Mm-hmm.
but 5 or 15 are in this. Y'all every day do everything. Go here, do all this, do all that.
Mm-hmm.
You're expected to remember them friends, but you may have other friends like, damn, you know what? I should. Now it hits your mind like, I should have thought about them. I forgot all about them. Not because nothing.
But you still don't reach out.
Yeah.
And if I text
She did reach out. It was just last minute.
No. I text her and was like, "Oh, you came across my mind. I just wanted to see how you was doing. I know your birthday's in a few days, so I wanted to send you an early happy birthday." At that point, she's like, "You know what? I was having a barbecue and she's having a pool party and all this other stuff. I forgot to even invite you." She was like, "You know, the boat party is tomorrow." That's how. It wasn't because she thought about it last minute and was like, "Oh shit, let me text Nikki."
Yeah, because you hit
It's because I hit her up and she remembered that she didn't invite me. This is not just this thing. This is every single thing, every time.
Because see, you are an associate.
Then that's cool. I just need to know we associates because
You know that.
No,
You should
now I know that.
You should been knowing that.
Now I know that.
There's like I said, those 15 people in the circle, you cool with them, that you've been around all your life or however long, y'all like best friends, whoop-de-woo, yeah. And then you meet other people around that, you still got your main core of people that are your A1s, your day ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Right, because
So-
I fuck with Foul heavy and I'm going to
anybody-
invite her first.
Anybody else is a second thought. That's just like, oh, if it come to mind, then I'll
or
think
no
about
fault.
it. If they still come to mind.
You can say what you want.
Well, I'm saying
But I'm saying if I have to call you to remind you to think of me, then I'm a no thought. I don't give a fuck how you cut it to me. That's what it is. And I'm not trying to read in between the lines. I see shit for what it is for me. And for me, I feel like it would be different if this was the first situation. This is an always situation, even down to the death of a close friend of both of ours, a mutual friend. And we're literally together at this repast, and you're telling me that you realize that you're not showing up to be an all the way follow through friend because she didn't realize that I was talking to the friend that passed all the time. And I'm like, I was talking to her, you know, as she was deteriorating, she lost her battle to cancer. I was talking to her a few days before on how, because she was going into hospice and she was trying to have a deeper conversation with her husband about preparing, and he wasn't ready. And you know, like, I just try to give comfort to him and her. Like, I don't, you know,
Yeah, that's not the point.
But anyway, so at the repast, she's saying, like, apologizing for not being a follow-through friend. Like, she's saying, like, I should reach out more. I know I do a horrible job. I mean, I'm here majority of the time now. It doesn't make any. When she was back in Kansas City and wasn't reaching out, that was one thing. But like, and so she apologizes and says, "We're gonna promise today to be better." Leave the repast, and I'm still the only person reaching out. And randomly, I get like Snapchats where she's like, "I miss you." So the last few times,
See,
I didn't
that's
even
a thought.
respond.
That's a thought.
I didn't even respond. Because look, the same way my phone worked, your phone worked too. That's bullshit. When people play you like that in your face, that's bullshit to me. My phone worked the same way your phone do. It's the same thing I told my daddy about my siblings. Why do I have to keep telling them happy birthday and celebrating stuff in their life? But
You don't have to. You chose to.
no. My daddy told me.
No, you just sit here saying, why do I have to? You don't have to. You chose to. This is what I always say with anybody. You can't be mad at somebody else for their actions because you're expecting the same thing in return. It's not like that. You can't expect the same thing in return because you give something. Just because you a certain way with people and you do all that, everybody's not that way. Everybody's not gonna be that way. It's like me, I'm not that way. I call whatever when you come to mind or something. It could be months down the line, 6 months, a year later. Like, boy, you know what? You was on my motherfucking mind
5 months ago.
Yeah, and I just got busy and now I got caught up with you. I be having that shit all the time. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna call him today. And then I get to moving in the world, get to doing other shit, and the next thing you know, I ain't called and did what I was supposed to do. Then when you do get a chance, like, man, you know what? You've been on my mind for a minute, and I keep getting. It seems like God keep doing something, and I just keep being active. So I don't know. I just don't. I understand. Like I said, I always understand where people are.
I think there is a huge difference in how men move in their friendships.
Yeah, because we don't.
Which is the basis of this, me asking what I was going to ask, but you cut it off.
Well, I think that's the younger crowd, youngers now, like my bros. We had our bros growing up, but as you get to a certain age, yeah, because we was always around each other, but as you started living life,
start having lives and
families and everything,
family.
you know what I'm saying? We understand that. So we know you got shit going on, I got shit going on, we all in motion. Especially compared to a person that's single and not single. It's going to be different.
Right. Because when she was single and you was traveling, she was calling me every weekend wanting me to party and be in the club while you was out of town. But you want me to show up and party with you and be all out in the streets when my husband is gone.
You don't have to be out in the streets. Ain't nothing.
That's what she wanted.
Ain't nothing wrong with going out and hanging out with your friends every now and then. Even I said that. I was like, if you want to go out, go out. Ain't nothing wrong.
But you're not calling me and asking me to go to dinner.
Still going out.
You want me to go thirst trap with your ass at a fucking club. You're not calling me and saying, hey, let's go to lunch. You're not doing that. You asking me to go to a fucking club. And yes, she's single. You're single, so moving like that makes sense, and I can respect it because she's single. She should be in the club. She should be out trying to do whatever or living her best life. I'm all game. That's what you should be doing. But as a married woman, that look weird as hell to me for me to always be in the club with you every weekend while my husband on the road. Then when my husband come home, I don't hear from you. Like, some things and some ways that people move is just. And I think this is the biggest thing for me. Yes, I'm a people. I'm a bit of a people pleaser. I'm a person who don't really want discord with my friendships and family. And so sometimes I will reach out even though I know that I'm blatantly being disrespected. I'm blatantly not getting the same things in return. Sometimes I'm basically attesting to this. I'm saying this is my flaw, and I do get my feelings hurt a lot because I feel like that sometimes I need people to show up for me because now I got stuff going on. I done showed up for all the shit you had going on. The least you can do is pick up the phone and see if I'm okay. I be feeling like that, and it leaves me feeling hurt. I don't know how to draw the boundary in between that. And so since I just don't reach out. When I feel like there's nothing coming back to me, the only thing I know to do is just to be done with the situation, period. Because I don't, even when I draw the boundary, my heart won't allow me to just give the boundary. That's even like how I've been getting treated in my family. I will even though I know they're going to disrespect me, my heart won't let me just go months without fucking not speaking. So I will text and just send a little text to kind of ice break, even if they don't respond back. But for me, the only way for me not to do that is just to break clean and not reach out at all.
See, I'm like Kendrick. I'll cut my granny off. She'll see I'll see
And that's always been I'll be honest, that's always been the weakness, even as a kid. My mama used to be like, sometimes when leaves drop off the tree, you leave them motherfuckers on the ground. Everything ain't meant to be picked back up. Sometimes God
you gotta pick it back up, but if it blows back to you, it'll blow back to you. You know what I'm saying?
My mama was like, sometimes when things show you that they're not good for you, you're supposed to just move on. That might be God giving you a sign that that's a friendship that is not earning that spot in your life right now. And that was basically what Michelle was saying to Eva. Like, okay, this friend is basically telling you that
That's a go-kart need.
we don't need a go-kart we can push. We need a go-kart that
Yeah, I'm
works.
like, hold up, there's no go-kart.
You don't understand what's happening. But that's what Michelle was saying. Like, maybe this friend is basically telling you that she needs something different in her life. This is her saying to her, she knows what she needs in her life, and what you're giving her is not what she needs right now. And
Everybody needs something different.
and so
You got people in your life for different things. I got people I can go to about this. I got people I can go talk
which
to
was I
about
was just saying, Issa Rae said that she have designated friends. She got messy friends that she can be messy with.
You are the designated friend
For the
that
bullshit, huh?
It's not bullshit. Everybody calls to get guidance from.
Yes, and I hate that fucking shit sometimes.
That's who you is.
I'm like, you know, bitch, I'm over here falling apart. You never say, Nikki, you know what? I know you called and talked to me about your shit for 2 hours. What's going on with you?
Why don't you just call and talk about your shit for 2 hours then?
Why should I have to call them?
Because they call you to talk about their shit. You see what I'm saying? You the one refusing to call and talk about your shit. They call you and talk about their shit. See the difference?
But I'm saying no time on the conversation. Is it never like, let me check in to make sure you good?
No, because I called you. I ain't here for if you good. I called you because I need help.
But
There's no but.
with Val, I can call her. We shoot the shit on her stuff. Then she be like, bitch, look, I'm exhausted. Now you don't fix me. Let's fix you. What you got going on? She always check in.
Like I said, everybody's different. You can't expect everybody, because one person does one thing, you can't expect the next person to do the same thing.
I mean, I get it.
Everybody's going to be different in their own way.
I would just say this. I think that people who have people in their lives that you feel like you can go to and talk to them about anything, and they are the people who fix you or help you, they become the dumping ground. But I think sometimes those people need to take a step outside of themselves to look at how you dump on them and how that shit has an effect on them.
So hard saying dumping.
Like, when this dude, as much as this happened to me, and I've been left thinking about their situations and worrying about them.
And I tell you what I always say.
I ain't gonna pull that.
Shit. I ain't got time for that. I got other shit going on in my life. I gotta.
But you know, my heart ain't built like
I can't worry about no friends and family because they ain't gonna worry about me. Ain't nobody gonna worry about you but yourself. And if you're lucky, if you get somebody who will, and you take that relationship and you hold it tight, that's the best I can tell you on that. But I don't take it personal. Like I said, you got associates and you got friends, which I like to say associates and family. I don't even really have friends. You either family, you done been to my house, you done ate, you done slept, we done
kicked it, we
did everything. So I just don't say I have friends. Like the age I'm at,
to the age you at.
I like Drake. I guess I'll say something. I ain't looking for no new friends. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel the same way.
Now, actually, I am. Now I'm looking for more
Mentorship, that's different.
mentor and business friends and associates
Right.
who want to do something different.
This what the traffic be like when I be coming home.
I know. That's why I go that way around. I either come to this or I go up that way around. That's why I was saying I go back the other way. But yeah, so other than that, if you my age, day in life, if you're not talking about nothing, we're growing, making some money together, doing something like that, productive, building communities, schools, feeding people,
That's the space you in. man.
are trying to get to that level, then
You don't want 'em.
you wasting my time and I'm wasting your time.
And so I'll go. Now we done dealt with the Michelle
Text her and tell
have,
her to come down.
and the Issa Rae have. Now we'll deal with his side because
Because man, we don't go through this. Like I
brother,
said,
the brother was saying like he'll go to the cigar bar with his friends. They have a chair, and whoever is going through something that they want to discuss or talk about, that person sits in this designated chair,
That's cool.
and they allow them to speak frankly. But he was like, he's like, sometimes you'll be in that chair every month. Until you getting through it, because like when he said he was going through his divorce, he was about 6 months. I was in the chair every month, He was like, and they was just pouring into me and basically giving him things that they thought he could do to help.
They were giving him game. That's what we
Basically.
call it, giving him game. Oh, you got KU on the back of the truck.
I told you this the other day.
Yeah, they were giving him game. Like, hey, that's what your brother's supposed to do. Hey, think you was tripping.
So she was saying, she was like,
You need
that's
to let her ass go and go on about your business.
right.
Get your ducks in
But
the
he
row.
was saying he don't call his friends, and his friends don't be like, man, what's going on with you?
Nah, we
They
don't.
He's like, they don't do this. She was like, they feel like that's surface friendship. That's not getting.
That ain't
in deep.
surface. Why we need to get in? What's there to get in deep for?
Because
We ain't trying to have no. That's the problem with y'all women. That's why y'all have the issues.
But that's what he was like. He was like, he's like, I don't know what the hell y'all got going on. I don't need. He's like, what do you mean going deep? Like, we don't need to go
We
in
are
deep all
going
the
deep.
time.
If it's something to put like, well, we just shooting this shit about the Marlon yesterday. We was talking about the kids and
How
the
crazy.
kids doing shit, sitting there eating up all the food, or how we used to be growing up. We didn't go out out to eat every day, and it was shit. That was a treat. That was a weekend thing. Now these kids nowadays, they
Want to eat out every day.
they're like, what the hell? I'm going spending $40. Like, man, ain't no way I'm spending $50 right now. It used to be like a $10 meal.
But that
See, we'll have conversations like that. Hey, the world's on fire, bro.
not the world. Is
or he'll call and be like, hey, y'all get any of that messed up weather shit that's going
But
on?
I'm saying, do he ever call you and be like, man, I'm going through some shit right now?
You know
you
what?
got a minute so I can talk?
No, we ain't never had nothing like that. None of us. I
What?
can't think. None of us ain't never. Even when we call shoot the shit. Especially when we was working. Like, man, she tripping. She bugging out. She getting on my goddamn nerves. We'll have conversations like that or something like that about a girl. Like, man, I was out or whatever, and her ass tripping for no damn reason. Shit like that. But we ain't having no.
I recall this one time in our relationship. This is when we was back home. That you was on some bullshit, but you really wasn't on the bullshit.
I
Your
know I wasn't
baby
on
mama
no
was on some bullshit, and you was in the dark space, and
Oh,
you
that's
was
when I was about to
flipping
go-
out, and I couldn't control him.
That's when I was about to go do that ditch and be
Right.
like Eminem.
I snuck and called Marlon, and it was like, I need you. I don't care what you got going on right now. Please come over here and get David before he goes out the handle and do something that we can't come back from.
See, that
And
shit-
he showed up like he whipped that bitch in there like
and that would be like our normal.
he came, picked you up.
Well, I'd
y'all
be
was
like,
on
man.
all night.
Back then, I'd be like, man, I need to burn one, man. Just pull up.
And he came, got you. Y'all was gone all night long. And of course, he did come back a whole different person. And I called Marlon afterwards. I will always be grateful for, no matter what was going on, I could call Marlon and just be like, hey, help me see it from a man's point of view. Because I clearly don't see it. I could say that to him, and he would be like, man, he's like, Nikki, you know, like, da-da-da-da-da. He would never be like, girl, I'm David's friend. You got me fucked up calling me, asking me about this nigga. He never did that. He always made me feel like I was his sister, and he always wanted us to be good. And even when I didn't know what to do, he would come over, get you, take you. I don't know what y'all would do. I always wondered, like, did you feel like you could be absolutely vulnerable with him? Like, which I think that's what Michelle and them was saying. Like, do you think, like, if you was going through
We talk our
divorce and
shit.
you need to cry, like, would you
Nigga,
be
I ain't
able
gonna
to
cry.
Why you not gonna cry with him?
What the fuck?
He's your brother. Why would you
Yeah,
cry with him?
I ain't gonna cry. What the fuck? He was like, nigga, you better get your shit together.
What? Why do you feel like you can't be vulnerable
What?
with?
It's the same thing you was just telling your son.
What I said was, it's okay to be vulnerable.
No, that's not what you said.
I said, but don't be crying for 2 weeks like no little girl. Because the thing is with men, if
We're
I let-
vulnerable when we talking about it. We ain't got to go out no deep emotional. Oh my God, give me a hug. We ain't got
I
to
ain't
do
say no
that
hug and shit like that. That's weird. But I'm saying,
that's some shit. Well, these new age niggas, ain't no telling. I think they do that. But
I don't know,
we ain't.
I don't think Nicholas is doing that with his friends.
We ain't. There's only been one other time where when I done had.
You said one other time that what?
That probably was the closest was when I was about to check. Oh Jesus!
Lord trying to kill me.
out in the front. They still can see you like they see her in the back seat.
That's what you got.
I mean, she getting right out. You my almonds, you got your shake. I forgot those were back there.
Hold on. You give me a minute.
But yeah, it's only been one other time in my life where when I was about to check myself out of here, and I called Oyella, and that nigga came with the quickness. I mean, I was really about to check the fuck out.
When you say check out, maybe for something. Oh my God.
That part, what
Oh
she
my
said.
God. That was heavy.
When in my younger days, yeah, that was. I was done. And I don't know how a guy got that nigga there that quick, cause he was on 31st and I was at my dad's house. And I swear he was there in 5 minutes. And it was pouring rain and like you probably couldn't see the road. The roads was water everywhere, probably. Yeah, it was, cause I remember that day clearly. I mean, it was, cause I had walked and just left, was out in the rain and came back to the house. But that's probably the only other time in my life where.
And did you cry with Oyella?
No, nigga, don't cry. What you mean?
There's no such thing as not being able to cry. The fact that you feel like you can't.
It ain't about you can't. I just don't. There's only.
It is not normal.
It is too normal.
Everybody go through something where it will bring you to tears.
Yes.
Whether it's loss,
We know what it would be.
losing somebody.
Yes, when she
love.
leave, that's when it will be. You will see me.
You didn't cry when your grandmother passed.
Yeah, I did then. See, that was something like that.
So the only way you can shed a tear is if it's death.
Something like that, or if I think something about something about bad happening or something like that, then yeah, or check out.
So it gotta be somebody dying in order for you to feel like you can be emotional as a man.
Man, that's the only times I've really been emotional. It's something serious. That's serious.
So what led you walking in the rain? That
Man,
wasn't death.
you know what? That was all death.
Oh, the girl. That was your breakup, wasn't it?
Nah, it was. All of that had probably take place before, but it was just the way shit was going on in my life at the time. That was all part of it, cause that was. Yeah, it was a lot. It was just a lot of shit going on.
So the breakup started it, and then it was all the other things happening in your life.
Man, it's been so
You just
long
don't want to
ago.
say that a girl broke your heart. I see what you're trying to do.
I've told that story. OG had to pull me to the side too and tell me, man, forget her.
So,
Go on about your business.
Just like your son going
Same
through
thing
a
I
break.
told him what OG told me. Nigga, look at me now. You wouldn't be here today. Shit.
I swear.
Nigga, I got back to shaking and baking, no faking, pimping and moving and grooving. And life been great ever since. But yeah, we don't
See,
have.
the fact that you don't, I feel like
No,
I feel like how
that's-
Michelle feel something gotta be wrong if you don't feel like you can
that's
show
the
up and be
problem.
vulnerable with people.
That is
around you.
vulnerable. What you mean? How vulnerable do you get? Nigga, I'm about to kill myself.
But I'm
You can't
was
get no
16?
vulnerable.
You was 16?
No, I can't remember. I was like, maybe it's.
You all the way 50, and you feel like from 16 to 50, you ain't had nothing happen in your
I was
life.
maybe 17, 18.
We didn't even got married. You didn't ask me. You didn't get nothing about that made you emotional. I guess you was too drunk on the wedding day to get emotional, huh?
You know what? I ain't even gonna entertain you right now. I am not gonna entertain you on this camera.
Why you not gonna
with that
entertain me?
BS. But yeah, we have most. We'll talk about our shit, nigga. We ain't gonna get all no. That's women shit. That's
That is
what
not women
That's
shit.
y'all do. Yes, it is, because God made y'all emotional ass creatures.
First
He
of all,
didn't make us that way. We weren't built to be that way. And you see the problem with the guys nowadays that are built that way. Y'all complaining about their ass.
First of all, I'm not complaining about them.
Because I'm not. So you're not going to be complaining about that.
I'm complaining that you're not
'Cause
you're not tapped into your emotions.
I'm tapped
And that-
in with my emotions.
It's concerning.
Oh, shit. What the hell? Somebody paid him.
Somebody broke in there. They living in
They
there.
put a car up in there. Maybe he bought it and they just don't know nothing about it. He's like, hey, I'm here working. But, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's y'all. That's some women shit. That's just y'all most. We talk.
I mean, you've seen all of these things coming out where black men are really sitting down
Yeah, we sit
and
down.
talking to
We
these
sit-
men groups and realizing like it's okay for us not to be okay.
we know we not okay. That ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay,
But
and
we not
sometimes
get- we
in
not-
this you gotta show up
You
in
not
an emotional
listening. No, you don't. I'm not okay. That's not being emotional. If I got a problem, yeah, I'm not okay. You know, I done got to the point where people ask, how's your day going? Well, you know what? It's not going good. You know what? This shit is fucked up. Then they look at you crazy.
Because the
Like,
people,
oh, I wasn't-
people
I
have
wasn't-
gotten
I
used
wasn't
to people
expecting that.
lying and not being honest about their truth. And when, because like we've been conditioned to believe, that's the same thing with women. We are raised by our mothers majority of the time to be like, we don't have time to be in our feelings too much because you got a family to take care of, and so you just got to move through like it's nothing happening to you.
Yeah, and that's men.
No, that's women too.
Yeah, but I guess, but men carry that burden in families more.
It just depends
Then-
on
then-
what
then
part of the
women.
burden you talking about. That's you talking about bills and trying to create generational wealth for your family and trying to
That's a
provide for a
lot.
family.
That's a lot in these days. That shit. There's a reason why. Which I was just watching that. Why women live longer and men die younger.
yeah, I know they talked about that too.
And
in this
it's
conversation.
because like we carry so much stress, so much weight, trying to make shit everything.
It's
good
because
to
y'all
do everything.
holding shit in.
No, because if we tell it, it ain't like we gonna get no help. You just
Because sometimes being able to talk about it is the help.
no.
Oh my God. Because how can I fix something or help with something that I don't know is happening?
But if I tell you and there's no help afterwards, I just told you for what?
But you're also the type of person that if I say, how can I help? If I don't help the exact way that you feel like in your mind, it's in your mind, you haven't said to me, in your mind, this is what you feel like the help is supposed to look like.
No.
If I don't help you the way it look like in your head, it's
Then
not
sometimes you got to be there. It's not about.
helping. How am I supposed to know if you don't tell me
If
what
I
it look
tell
like?
no, if I tell you where I need help or there's a problem at, and you don't do nothing to help, then what's the point of me telling you? What's the point of me telling you? If I tell you the problem, and this is what it is, it's you should be like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out a solution. If he can, if I come to you and be like, I can't figure this out, I can't get a solution, that's where you're supposed to step up and come out with a solution.
But if she offers a solution, you like, that's not gonna work. But
and then you keep trying to figure it out, because 9 times out of 10 he probably done already tried that solution. Because that's what we do. We try to figure out every solution, to every angle to make shit work and make shit right. And then if you think of something like, I hadn't thought of that, it's not gonna work. I don't know. It's not gonna. What?
I mean, I
What?
just
You need to go sweep that parking lot.
I kind of feel like in a sense that I feel it is safe for you to not to show up and be emotional about shit, especially when you done try everything you possibly can. Why honk and everybody stop? Why do people do that? You honking like everybody's not stopped.
Calm down.
That should be irritating. Now you behind us, you see everybody cars got brake light, and you got the nerve to honk. Like, is that gonna make everybody go faster? Is that gonna make everybody move? Cause from where I'm standing, ain't nothing popping. He's still honking.
You can't move.
I mean, like,
He
really?
can go around.
He can go around and get hit.
But
But I just feel like, I kind of feel like what she's saying with your friends, them supposed to be your safe spaces. So
it is. We have our conversations and talk. It don't need to be no emotional. Y'all expecting something.
But how
Emotional.
how deep do y'all really go?
deep
Do
as
you
we
be
need
like,
to get.
man, my wife is getting on my fucking nerves?
Yeah,
do
we
it be
do.
that, or you be going deeper and like, what's the situation?
Yeah, we.
Do he be like,
how
what's
deep
what's
does it
going
need to
on
go?
that's
It
making
just
you feel
depends
like
on what
that?
it is. What you mean? What's going on?
No, I'm saying, do he ask you that?
I didn't told her. Her ass is bullshitting and she fucking up. What you mean? She on some BS and she talking all this crazy shit. Wah. I ain't trying to hear that.
That's going deeper.
Yeah, I didn't told what's the problem.
Lord Jesus.
They can turn all these into delivery drivers.
Yeah. Which is stupid. I still park there. That's where I park.
Okay.
I sure don't.
Damn, how long is it doing drivers?
Yeah.
That's why I said I still park there.
When they do that?
Where you
It's
going?
been that way for a long
To
time.
Target.
I'm about to pull right there. Hold up, you can't get out. What much time you got?
I got like 7 minutes.
Nigga, you better get up out of here. I thought it had like 20, 30 minutes or something.
I ain't getting out. Come 6 minutes.
But so that's what she was saying. He was saying that like Michelle was like, then it's something wrong with your friendships if you don't feel like you can go in,
Goddamn cars.
that you can go in deep. Like you need, sometimes you have to dig deep. You have to go deep. Because she
Man,
thinks
that's
she thinks it's
y'all.
something wrong if like something's wrong with you. You go and y'all play golf, and the whole time y'all playing golf, y'all don't
We
talk
playing
about
golf.
nothing.
Yeah, we talk about stuff. Probably talking about your ass. Like her ass don't want to listen. No matter what I tell her, she don't listen.
Because
I tell her to do.
she gave an example. She said the Barack, well, friend of Barack's wife died or something. They went and played golf, and she was like, he came back home. She was like, did you know that his wife died? He was like, yeah. She's like, yeah. He's like, did y'all talk about it? He was like, no. Y'all been at golf for 5 hours and no time in there. He talks about. He's like, nah. I feel like if he want to talk about it, he'd talk about it.
Yeah, that's about right. If he, I'm not gonna pry him to talk. That's what's wrong with y'all. We tell y'all just
What?
want to pry. Don't you want to? No, nigga, I don't want to talk about it right now. When I feel comfortable and I want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. Just because you think I need to talk about it right now, don't mean I need to talk about it right now.
Told you.
I don't.
Even she said that.
Because she
Told
is
you.
she is you. That's why.
I'll talk about it when I'm good, got ready to talk about it.
Look at See, this is why me and Davionna's relationship is the way it is. Because we can dig deep. Nala be like,
For what?
Nala be like, I'm good, Mom. I'm good.
Like yesterday, she asked me how do you feel about your last season of soccer.
Yeah, like yesterday, y'all. It was her last game.
How do you feel about
It was her
your
last game, her senior,
It was just
her last
another day.
game as a senior.
I know I felt good because I ain't got to get up in the morning, no 5 something to take you to thing. I should have been dancing for joy because that shit get old.
Well,
Like, man, I'm gonna get tired of
I see other little girls crying on the team. Nala just kind of standing around looking.
Yeah, I was like,
So
what
I
they
got
crying
her-
for? I was
when we
like,
got
somebody
home-
hurt?
When we got home, I was just like,
I was like,
I
somebody
said,
get
it was
hurt?
your last game of your senior year. After this, you probably won't play soccer again. How did it feel?
What you mean? She can go meet a group of people and play soccer. She ain't got to stop playing
it's not
soccer.
it's not the same.
That's even better. You meet new friends and y'all. Hey, we in Texas. I see their asses out these soccer fields all the time playing.
I promise you, she's not probably gonna do
You
that.
gonna play soccer some more?
At the college,
She
not.
might meet a group of girls and they go out there like, you know what? I used to do this, but if you break your ankle this time, it's on your own.
That's
bill.
right.
So hey,
But anyway, so I was asking her like how she feels. She was just like, I'm fine. She was looking at me like something was wrong with me for asking her if she was good.
Like, yeah, it's just,
I'm like, what the-
Just another day. Nothing ended, right? It's over with. That's all. Things come and go.
She's like, maybe it haven't hit yet. I was like, what? What?
what was supposed to hit?
The sadness.
This is the last time you're gonna play with your friends.
You still gonna see him?
I still got
No,
the
she
class.
won't.
I still got the class.
For a few more, it ain't gonna be that much longer.
There's a couple more months, then you move on, meet new friends. That's typical. And except the ones that you got, you probably meet like now. You may have 1 or 2 friends that you may end up keeping the rest of your life, or you may just not have none of them. It's all that chapter in your life is closed. Time to move on.
Because Michelle Obama was saying that she got friendships. She got some friendships that she's kept from every phase of her life. So she got like
Okay.
friends that she grew up with as a kid. She got like
Let her out.
ones
She
that
gonna
she went to
walk up
college, that she went to college with, and then she got her law friends when she was doing law. Those friends, she was like, I have friends from like different amazing spaces in my life, and she's like, we all come together at certain points in the year, and we'll always do something together. But she was just like, they all are for different purposes. Like they all came about at different times in her life.
Yeah, 'cause that's like I want to try to get everybody from the Cuddies from back home get together and we do a group meetup every year or something.
No.
Hey, keep your keys. You never know. You might need these and can't get in. Anything can happen to her. I always tell you, keep your door key. You never know. Then something happen, you have to get home by yourself with an Uber or whatever. Then how you gonna get in the house?
I won't.
Yeah, I guess so. You be sleeping out on that door, huh?
She said she'll be homeless.
Or I might be asleep. You have to catch an Uber home.
She like no. She's like no. But I just really wanted to, me personally, I'm a very empathetic person.
And like I said, that's women stuff. Us men, we don't do all
I
that,
even try
okay?
really hard to make him empathetic. I ask him all the time, like, checking your temperature. Like, how did that make you feel? Like when his son is going through his first heartbreak, and he called
Why
him
you keep turning the air off.
because it's cold air blowing on my ankles. I'm like,
And then it's gonna get
Jesus,
hot. Just say turn it off your ankles.
just turn it off.
Then I gotta roll down and breathe the dust and the wind. So I'm trying to keep the temperature
Jesus,
continue.
I'm like, golly.
It is not that cold. You doing too much. I told
Anyway,
you about we gonna have to talk about those pills you need to get.
David, do you see this right here? I want you to see it. I don't want the people to see it, but I want you to see it.
Is it supposed to rain?
I told you they said it was a chance for rain, 10%.
I'm like, where they talking about it? But anyway, continue.
But I always be asking, like when he is going through, and didn't he call you
Oh,
crying?
I forgot to ask her. Hey, text her. Text Nyla real quick. What's the day?
What
Because
did
I
you
may
ask
just
her?
go to that tomorrow. Because the thing is tomorrow. Also, I think it's the last day.
What about it? What am I
Does
texting
she
her?
want to go? If I just wait till tomorrow. And I'll just go tomorrow. But what was you saying?
I said, did he call you crying? Your son. Did he call you emotional one night?
Did he?
Or did he text you saying that he...
I know we was talking at one point. He started crying. I was like, nigga, what you crying for? Nigga, shake that shit off.
He
It'll
said
be
this
alright.
was the girl he wanted to spend the rest of his
Yeah,
life with.
I'm
and
like,
he
we
just-
all thought that before in life, and they gone. Now you, it's gone. You fucked up.
See, that's how you showed up, but that's not how I showed
I'm
up
like,
for him.
whatever you did, it didn't work. It didn't work out. Y'all situation, whatever, something wasn't handled right, and you gotta own up to what wasn't handled right, and you just gotta learn from it and keep it moving. Oh, yeah, it is about to go.
And for me, when I talked to him, I allowed him to have whatever emotion he was feeling. And
Yeah, I
just
did
told
too.
him,
Yeah, you know.
no, I didn't tell him, stop crying. I'm like,
You should have said stop crying.
no, it's okay. It's okay to cry.
I did
in
say
this
that.
moment.
It's okay. Get it out.
But I'm like, don't be doing this for the next 3 weeks now.
Yeah, that's
because
pretty
if you're going to get stuck into where you can't not pull yourself out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. Ain't nothing wrong. You know, let it out, get it all out. You'll be fine. Just don't go into this shit. Don't let me call you like a 5 days later and you still
Oh my God.
just pulling off. And you still the same, then hey, might have to check you into a place or something. Because I know
You know what you feel like, so.
no, I know people go crazy. So I should gotta, like I said, that wasn't my issue. It was just life in general. It wasn't just that thing, but I had to learn on that.
Well, I think, that's what makes the way we parent what it is, the reason why our kids, because, there's points in our kids' life where now they're young adults where, even like about when Nicholas decided to change his career path in college, he talked to you about it before he even said anything to me. And then when we came down to meet him that day for lunch at the campus, then he told me while you was at the table that what he was planning on doing. But he had already told you and talked to you about it before he told me, because
I thought he did.
And so I think that the reason, the way we are as individuals allows us to be certain kinds of ways for our children, which gives them I guess different versions of it. It was an airbrush wall back there. Did you miss it? On that side over there?
Downtown Dallas. I think we did that one, remember?
No, that's not. No, I'm not talking about that. It's right here. I think that like
it's like what old boy was. I was watching today. Old boy
America was speaking about. And,
About how he parenting his boys.
and men now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's certain things. I'm from the whole way. I'm not raising or teaching none of that.
Yeah.
It is. How can I say it? We just we weren't meant to be built that way, and I think God intended that.
Wait,
for a
you
reason.
say y'all wasn't meant to be
All
soft?
emotional and all like that. And the ones that are typically, we notice they were either just raised with their mother, and then some of them, you know, want to switch to that other side. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I ain't got no problem with no, with, you know, them 4-letter words. I ain't got no problems with them. But want to switch to the other side. And that's one thing you notice. Like, yeah, if you was, unless you just got a rough ass mama like little Scrappy or something.
Well, then you crazy. I mean, as we see that nigga crazy, his mama fucking crazy.
or 50 Cent.
Yeah, his mama was a selling drugs, right?
Yeah, but he still had his grandma and
Yeah.
grandpa and everything.
So he had
Yeah.
what?
It was still a strong figure, even though she wasn't. I guess you can put it like how we watching the show. I wonder if Kanan,
Yeah.
how that is supposed to be. Is that really
How
a part?
close? How close
Him
it is
growing
to
up
50.
and his mama and
Yeah, I
everything.
thought about that too because I know that he said that like that character was his mother. Like
See, I ain't heard him say that.
I heard him say like, and I could see that. I could see from what I've heard about his upbringing, what his mother was like.
Yeah.
She is along the lines of what I've heard him talk about.
Okay.
What she was like.
See, I always
Yeah.
wondered that. I ain't never heard that.
Y'all seen
him talk
the
about
interview where he?
her character, and nothing. But that's what I'm saying. So we just, yeah, you can be changed into something as we noticed that as you a kid, but as you get older,
I think it is an influence.
you
What-
pretty much are what you are, and it's gonna same thing with your friendships. By now, it's like I say with family or whatever, they are what they are. You should know what they are, and don't expect
got couches and stuff outside.
they not gonna be anything different than what they've already given you and shown you. So
Yeah, and I really just wanted to see like what how you show up with what is that version
I show up
of
like,
conversation on how you show up with your friend. I've heard you talk about it, and I've always said like I think men have a beautiful way of maintaining friendships that go with them
why you gotta
throughout
say
their
beautiful?
entire life.
Just say they have a solid way. Why you gotta make it all soft, beautiful?
What in
See, that's the difference with women. You want to use, oh, that's beautiful, or
It is
or
a
that's
beautiful thing
pretty,
to me.
or
I admire.
I get it, I get it.
admire what you and
I'm just
Marlon
saying,
have.
that-
Y'all ability to that. Like it don't matter what's going on. You be like, hey, he like last night. He like, man, I'm in the barbershop. Let me call you back. But we done had a whole conversation. You might not talk to him for 2-3 weeks, and it'll be just like you talking to him 30 minutes later. I love that is the way that y'all are. I often wonder, have y'all ever had anything where he be like, nigga, that was fucked up that you did. Like, have y'all ever had a moment? Because she did talk about that to her brother. Like, have you had a moment where you wanted to fight your friend? And how did y'all recover from that?
nah, we ain't never had that.
He ain't never done nothing with you like, man, that was fucked up what you did.
Nah, because we don't do no fucked up shit.
Not even with Yella?
Nah, well, I don't know. Nah, I ain't never had nothing like that. I can't speak. Oh, I can't speak for him. I need to get over there, but it's too much. I want to do that picture in the background. I'm gonna have to move
You
that
about to
thing.
go through that way.
No, it's not. It's a road, but I'm gonna have to move that thing.
You trying to do it with the car or?
Kind of both. Wow, I want to do either or, but there's nowhere to park. But anyway, no, we ain't never had no shit where we do nothing. With us, no. Now we had some other friends, like like nigga, I almost. It's been a couple like, buddy Endo. He was the first person, I think, as teenagers or in our early 20s. We was wondering what was going on, but he was like, "Man, I love y'all, man." Like, nigga, what's wrong with you?
Really?
But, yeah.
And you thought something was wrong with him because he recognized what y'all meant to him and he wanted to say.
But
That's crazy to me.
He was probably one of the only ones that was friend that I almost got into. Only reason because I had a bike Pops that gave me, and I take certain shit
Sentimental things you are
to
very,
the heart,
Yeah.
and it got stolen. So he said he took it. I let him ride it. He took it. It's like, man, it got stolen. Da, 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 da. I was hot. I was ready to go toe to toe. I was like, man, that's my motherfucker. That is sentimental. It meant something to me. But he ended up coming back with another bike. You know how he got another bike? He did what he did. Got another bike.
He got you another bike.
Yeah, well, yeah. He came back like, man, you know, man got stolen. I left it out, which I got it. Motherfuckers swiped the bike back then. So I guess he swiped the bike and brought another bike back into me. I don't know where the bike came from. It was still wasn't my bike, but
That your daddy gave you.
yeah, but it was another bike.
It was the
So-
the actual act of him trying to make good on.
Yeah. So, but other than that,
But when your friend said, "Man, I love y'all," what y'all all had the same like? What
yeah,
the fuck wrong
but
with
he
him?
ended up passing away. Like,
After that,
I think not too long ago. But he ended up. I heard the story, but he ended up, I think, overdose.
wow. So maybe him saying is because he knew that he one day wouldn't have that opportunity to tell y'all that.
Well, yeah, I think he was with some pink toe or something. At least that's what the story was. I can't remember. It was so long ago, but it's Lamar's. It was his cousin, because him and his other cousin. I wonder how they all doing.
But the fact that you would think that was your first thought was, man, what's wrong with him for saying
Yeah,
that?
because that wasn't like a normal thing. Like, nigga,
So you
I
ain't
love
never
y'all,
told Marlon that you love him, y'all, or nothing like that. You ain't never told Daniel him that.
you know what?
I mean, even when these boys stood up for you at your wedding, they was.
I probably did. I don't remember. I don't think about it like that. It's not no emotional thing. We just like, I appreciate you, dog.
I could see. I see how women be thinking like something wrong with men because they shut off. Something in the inside of them is shut off. How can we fine tune this and
I'm
fix
like,
it?
just don't.
Like y'all broken. That's what Michelle told her brother. See, something inside of you is broken.
Ain't nothing broken. I'm right how God wanted me to be. That's the best way I can tell you. Like, ain't that broken?
It's like we gotta figure out what it is that's broken in men because something's broken
I'm
in
good.
them.
I'm like, man. But now, as I've gotten older,
Because we've had so much loss.
it was like even with, I guess how I grew up, even over the years, I sat back and thought like, you know what? I don't ever really recall, maybe when I was little or something, but as I got older and living life, I don't really recall telling moms I love you a lot. And now it's like more fluid, even pops and
But
everything.
do you think that's because your first mom is just like, I need to tell my mother I love you, or is it because I will be like, Miss Williams, I love you? For a long time, she would never reply back, but I noticed in the last few years she started saying it back to me. I don't think she didn't say it back to me because she didn't love me. I just think that's not something that she was used to.
Or raised to, you know.
Yeah,
how
because I know
parents-
she said to me like one time came home and me and her was up late talking, and she was just like, she never experienced what she was saying that my mother was the first person that she had been around that she could recall that wouldn't just let her isolate herself. Like you know how my mother was forceful, like, you going to lunch with us, you going to dinner with us, and your mother was like, she'd never experienced that. She said it felt uncomfortable, but she was like, your mom always made me feel included, like I was family. And she was like, I was so confused because I had never experienced that. But I was like, that's how I feel about saying, like, I love you to her. Like, I've been in her life for 26 years. And you've been the opposite of what most people experience as a mother-in-law. Though she does not talk to me greatly. Did it cut off?
I just can't. What that red say? I know it's probably about to. Yeah, because it's flashing. And I'm not.
Is it the battery?
Oh, this is. Yeah, the red part up. No. Up in the corner, it tells you how much percentage. I can't see that
It
shit.
looks like it say 9. I'm sorry, y'all. We all up on the camera like that.
Yeah. Well, the camera, you're not.
Yeah. So when I started saying it, it took her a minute, but she eventually started saying it back. So do you think you start saying "I love you" to your mom as we got older because you heard me say it,
Nah,
or do
I
you
hear you
think
say
you
it.
just felt like
That was just me. It's just life. You
And
realize
did she-
life is different.
Did she
and then
say
you,
"I love you" back?
yeah, like that. Yeah, she said.
But do you recall her saying it as a kid to you? I mean, did they hug you, and did your dad be like, "I love you, David," and hug you and stuff like that?
Man, me as a kid is a blur. Cause like I'm saying, I was always active, or I was with active and getting ass whoopings from grandma.
So did she tell you that because you spent a lot of time
Yeah.
closely with your grandmother? So did
But
she
that's-
tell you she loved you? Did she do
But
that?
that's kind of the same way how mine was raised.
But
That's what I'm saying. So if mine was raised a certain way, that's still the same woman. So she,
she didn't do it with you either.
So honestly, no, I don't.
But you said that your grandmother never did it with you either.
At least, like I said, I don't recall. Maybe when I was little or something, but I don't recall. Like that was not like how we are with the kids every day, and I like get out of school, son. Hey, have a good day, love you, or nothing like that. I don't recall that. In my mind, I can't recall any of that as a kid. And like I said, once it got, we was active kids back in the day, so we wasn't never in the house like that. We was always outside doing something. We was always motion. By the time it was coming home, go to sleep, go to bed, whoop-de-boo. And Pops, he worked damn near 18, 20 hours a day. So I typically in the evening when I was at school, by the time I'm getting home, he leaving for work. So besides the weekend or something, but other than that, unless he worked overtime or something, he would come back early in the morning, probably either after I was going to school or right before I was going to school type ish. So
did he say "I love you"? And
that's what I'm saying. I don't recall like that being like a regular.
your grandpa either?
Oh hell no.
You never seen your grandfather cry?
Hell no.
Your daddy either?
Cry?
Because I feel like he's emotional.
Nah. Maybe not no crying or nothing, but maybe tears. When brothers and everybody passed away or something like that. I ain't never seen him cry.
The whole time I've been in y'all's life, I've never seen him get emotional till that last time we went home. He got emotional with me in the bed when he was saying that I was his daughter.
Now that could have been just his eyes, because his eyes be watering.
No, it was in his voice too.
No, well, yeah. So I don't. Crying was safe, I guess. Crying and emotional things like that is safe for detrimental times.
So your
Not like every
brothers
day.
either?
What? Hell nah.
So do you tell Eric I love you now?
When we leaving, yeah, we leaving. Hey, boy, love you. Be safe. But ain't nothing like, hey, bro, I love you. Oh, it's still saying the battery, but it's charging it just 5%.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we don't.
I don't know. My dad always said I love you. Every single time he was getting ready to leave the house. I love y'all. See y'all
See,
later.
like I'm saying,
On Saturdays, he would hug us.
See, yeah, that wasn't like a normal thing. Like I said, every house was different. That wasn't like a normal thing. Only time
Now my mama wasn't with. My mama wasn't a embrace you, hug you type of woman.
Now our neighbor, his dad, he used to say that, and we was like, oh damn, he said that to
He
y'all?
said that to y'all,
Yeah.
or he would say that to your friends.
His son, yeah.
And you obviously noticed that was something different
It
from
wasn't
what.
nothing. It was like, okay.
See, my mother was not a.
And
I
he was
love
the
you.
first person I seen actually give his son a kiss. So everybody was like, okay,
Were they black?
yeah. Where I grew up.
I mean,
yeah.
there's other people in that neighborhood, so like.
Nah, with no white people in that neighborhood. I grew up in a predominantly black area.
But you got
mid-level.
Uncle Ben as your.
Yeah, that was rare. That's slim. That was rare. That was, like I said, he was the first white person besides a teacher that I knew of was in the family and around.
I
And
often
as a
wonder.
kid.
I often wonder what your kids, how our kids perceive us, because like if in my mind, like today, I sent your daughter, both of the girls, something because something in my heart told me to do it, and I just wanted them to know that I appreciate
Up there it starts.
our relationships and them making space for me, because she's an adult and she makes time for me in a week, even if we cooking, or she makes time in the day for me to talk to the kids because I'm not there. I want her to know that like I appreciate the growth, and I appreciate her making a space for me to be present in the kids' lives, even though we're not always there every day, and to always call in sometimes just to make sure I'm good. Like she literally would be like, Mama, like I talked to you the other day, but I didn't ask you how you was doing. How are you doing? She takes special note to make a space for me, and I want her to know I appreciate that. I also sent something to Nyla saying like, even though you may think I'm being hard on you and then I'll be giving you a hard time about you messing with my stuff or taking my stuff, I wouldn't have it any other way. Because I know eventually one day you're not going to be here to take my stuff, and I'm going to be missing the space of you not being here. And I just want you to know that I'm saying it in that moment because somebody's using your shit, but I really want you to know that I love you. And I didn't get that as a grown woman because my mother was not a I love you or huggy. She was not that person.
And that's majority. I think
a lot of women experience that with their mothers.
older,
She was very,
older people.
yeah. She was very like,
Because life was
you just gotta do what you gotta do type of.
life was way different then. It's like what they say now, therapy. Black people don't go no therapy.
Yeah.
Talk about
And
your
if I would tell, when I was telling my mother that I was thinking about doing it, she was just like, you don't need to go to them people and talk to them about your problems. You should just be able to talk today.
That's like what I told my brother recently. Like, you ain't nothing wrong with therapy. Go to therapy. Have somebody to talk to, listen to. Like,
And what he said.
nigga, I'm from Trey 9, nigga. We don't go no therapy. All right, my nigga. Hey, you need to talk to somebody.
Because you got some shit.
But
I just think, even with Nick, I've encouraged him because I feel like he kind of does what you do. I think you were his format on how to function as a man. And I think he moves through that exact same thing, because from what his girlfriend says, he does exactly the same thing you do. Like, he will deal with it internally, and she'll be asking him, you good? And he'll be like, yeah, I'm fine. Like,
It's a Libra thing.
it could be. But I noticed that he moves in the same spirit that you do. And like, I just got a lot of things going on. It ain't got nothing to do with you. And so I think you were his imprint on. But even if he's gotten older, he used to embrace me when I would try to hug him. But now he give me that old side. I'd be like, I love you, Nicholas. He'd be like, Nicholas, I love you. Did you hear what I said? He'd be like, all right, I love you, mama. And I've always, because as a kid growing up, I didn't get that from my mother. And it did make me feel icy. Like,
so I see.
even when she would come here, y'all, I would find myself like forcefully hugging her. I got videos and pictures of like, you could tell there's force there. Like, I forced her to hug me, but I've always been that person that needed to embrace. I needed the validation of the words.
But yeah, I get it. But nowadays, you know, people just it's too emotional.
I raised my kids with that stuff because I didn't get it.
Yeah, I get that. Everything needs to be balanced. I just say that. Libras, we need balance. So
Well, I don't think Nicholas is going to... Do you recall ever seeing Nicholas cry other than when he was hurt? Even the day he graduated, he was talking to
when that girl when
when she moved.
yeah, I was like, man, what's wrong with you? Nigga, you be alright. The same thing I told Lil. I think as you had said something, he was in his feelings and I was like, man, that nigga be alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's still here chicken. I'm like,
Yeah, I think that's the only time I really seen him.
yeah, you probably seen that more. I think I just walked in and looked like, nigga, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I've definitely seen that more that time. The time when you and him got into it, I seen him emotional.
Yeah, other than that.
He was more emotional afterwards when he thought about that it should have never went that way.
Look, for the most part, that's a women thing. That's a women trait.
Or the
That's-
one time that I actually had to hit him in the chest and he made me mad.
Extra emotional.
Yeah, the girls, I've definitely seen them emotional. I've seen Nyla emotional this year probably more than I ever have. And that's random crying, like thinking about she gonna be gone and she a little nervous about being gone.
I need to have you tell your homie at the gas station.
What?
Appreciate it.
What?
Your homie at the gas station. I need to see if I won.
Wow.
Because I went in there and got tickets the other day, but I left my debit card.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they do it with if you got your debit card. But I just had my phone. So it wouldn't, I think all of them was in there this time. I was like,
Yeah, they be in there during the day sometimes.
so I don't know who's who, and they never smiles.
Mm-hmm.
But he, at first he went take it. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to go get my thing, come back. He was like, hold up. Another guy came and was like, let me do something. They put out another payment thing. And did it. I was like, yeah, normally I have my wife come in. I was like, y'all know her. She in here all the time. Can't miss her.
They're my buddies.
I'm gonna have to go in there next time. Like, hey,
This my wife right here.
I was about to say, so who's my wife about to bring dinner to up here?
It's the smallest one.
Shit, they all small. That's hard to tell.
Mm. The one is one that's a little darker. He just got gray hairs and stuff on the side. He's the one who really don't really say very much. But when he see me, he'll let me know he see me. The other one is that's my homie. He a little guy. He always be like, hey. Then there's the guy who looks a little younger than them. He's the owner. During the daytime, he'll be in there, but normally he's in the back with the Western Union. He'll be back there doing stuff, or he be getting the people who be stocking
But it
stuff.
seemed like they were all up.
Yeah, that's probably the only time he must
But-
have been stocking.
But yeah, I was about to tell you next time we go in there. But
Yeah,
that's what women and all that feel like. You need friends to call you every day.
I don't think
I'm like, you need to get something in your life. If you need somebody to
I
talk.
don't think I need you to call me every day. I just want to
And,
feel like
and most people think like, well, that's what your mate is for.
yeah, but
And
when
that's
what I talk to you about, or the way I talk to you, you are my friend. You know all the sides of me. You've seen all the versions of me. You've seen me at my worst in a different way. Like when I talk to Fal, I can talk to Fal about what's happening to us, and sometimes she can help me see it from a different frame of mind. And I believe those things are important. I didn't when we was younger, because I was raised by a mother who felt like friendships is not important when you got a husband. Like, you don't need the girlfriend. She didn't believe in having women around my daddy, and like she just didn't think that those were things that were okay. And that really is an old mentality of thinking.
She no female John.
Well, but I don't play by mine either, because that's why you ain't got no female
Oh,
friends.
John was.
Fallon is your female friend.
John get to talking, slick talking.
David, I done told you about playing about my daddy, so do not play about my daddy. You about to see a whole nother side of me, because what we don't do. But I think that it made me think that in order for me to have a family and to be in a relationship with you, that I couldn't have friendships like that unless we was always together, like all of us together. Like, I gotta bring all my friends together. Like, I can't spend time with them separately.
That's just
Like, if we go out, like Fal with us, her dude with us, like that kind of thing. Like, it wouldn't, like, I just go somewhere and hang out with them. I think only in our relationship, I think twice I've done that. That one time when Fal came here, and
yeah, I'm like, go. Ain't that wrong? I
And
ain't worried
then that
about
one
nothing.
time you took me out there to with Tony. and them.
Fuck up, you fuck up. What they life and what they doing ain't got nothing to do on nobody else. Even though they say what's that?
Birds of a feather
Flock
flock.
together, yeah. But sometimes that's some bullshit because everybody ain't the same.
That's true too. But you know, that just made me think like, you know, there are important reasons to why Marlon is essential for you to be friends with, like that,
I need to get a trip out there.
and that, you know, her
Before it
role
get
is
hot.
what it is. Yeah. But you know, I just wanted to, I really just wanted to see, one, what you thought about the dynamics of friendship and how you hold your friends and how you feel like you can be vulnerable and show up for them, and what that looks like from your side as opposed to what it looks like from a woman's side, how we are with our friendships, because we do probably nurture our friendships way more than y'all probably
Like,
nurture
y'all
our
go do some
friendships.
shit like that.
We can cry together, we can pray together, we do all that. You can't cry or pray. Can you pray with them?
I don't know. I mean, probably can, but they like we wasn't sitting there like, hey, we about to pray or do nothing like
I've done that.
and just like, hey, we about to pray together. They ain't never been nothing but I say prayers for everybody, and you know, something going on. I'm like, yeah, I say prayer for you. That's just been me. We ain't never been like, hey, we all together, let's pray. You know, when we barbecue, did we ever pray before?
I was that one time we had at the house.
I think we did then. You know, everybody at the house pray before we eat. Everybody come get your food.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to see, because I thought it was very eye-opening when he talked about how what he considered vulnerable with his friendships, as to what the girls thought.
Vulnerable is talking about anything that's going on.
Do you feel like you're vulnerable with me?
Yeah. You don't listen. We just had this conversation. I tell you the problem and you don't
No,
listen.
I'm not talking about problems.
That's-
Vulnerability
that
is
is
not
vulnerable.
just no. Vulnerability is like, you can say your deeper inner things that you don't think that somebody else might judge you for, but you can say
You
it
do it.
with
You
me.
judge me all the time.
What?
We could be having random conversations about something. I'll be like, yeah, that's fucked up, but you did what you did. Like, we was having a conversation. What was it about something? It was about somebody getting back and an innocent person.
Get back.
Yeah, get back. You know, somebody done something to you and you get back at them. No, there's no limits to the shit. I forgot what it was. You got all in your bag, because I was like, nigga, ain't no limits to this. If you got me, I'm getting back you, and I don't give a damn. I don't think.
That's because I don't function in that.
Yeah, so it just is levels to everything. So,
I believe that God will do all of that. You don't need to do it. I don't believe you need to get back at somebody who clearly knows that they've
I
done
know that
something
because
fucking wrong
I've
with
let that. What I said before, I've learned to just pray. God, they say God pray for everything. It didn't say that you couldn't pray that God punish the person who did you wrong. So I learned with me praying, if somebody did me wrong, I prayed that God punish them. I've noticed that that something has always happened afterwards when I was done wrong.
I also don't pray that God punish people.
Oh, I do. If you doing something, that's my way of stopping me from doing anything. I'm gonna let God handle it. He gonna punish you for me.
You can still do that without saying, God, I hope you punish him for
Why
the
not?
way
Why
he
I
mistreated
can't?
me.
Why shouldn't I?
I don't need to pray that prayer.
Yes, I do.
No, because if he's a man who sees all and knows everything,
Well, hey.
you don't need to pray that prayer for him to know that person wronged you.
Well, I ain't saying like, you know, get down on your knees and pray. That you know, I
don't care how you can
I may
pray.
just
You
have
can pray
like,
right here
like,
in the
like I'm
open,
just
just
saying,
like we
just
talking
like
to each
I'm
other.
talking right now. Like, God, I hope you just you punish.
See,
them
I don't
for
do
what
that.
they- I've done that, and things have happened to people right after. I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but hey, they say pray for everything, so I pray for everything. Okay.
I don't quite think that's what the scripture means.
Hey, don't nobody.
Whatever works
hey,
for you and
don't
your
nobody,
soul.
Don't nobody know what the scripture means. Everybody want to put their own spin on the scripture
That's
and
true,
make it work for whatever they want it to work, instead of for what the scripture says it is.
Well, I mean,
It says pray for thy enemies. I pray for thy enemies.
But
it
I
didn't say
just-
how I had to pray for thy enemies.
I just want you to know that that's not the only definition of vulnerability. Vulnerability is like.
See, this is the problem. Y'all get into much. Why gotta be all these levels to vulnerability?
Do you know?
I don't need to be that vulnerable for what? People who be that vulnerable get cut, get sliced up, diced up, heartbroken.
What is the definition of vulnerability? Why is it picking up what you said about heartbroken? What the?
That's what it is. Heartbroken right there.
I'm like, what is happening? Hold on.
That's exactly
It says the quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physical or emotional, a conversation. It can also be liability of a partnership to a higher penalties or either after. That's
So nobody wants to be vulnerable because you got to be on guard. If you're vulnerable, you're not on guard. But sometimes it's good if you can deal with the lessons in it.
vulnerability is the state of being open to injury or appear as if you are.
See?
So it says it might be like emotionally admitting that you're in love
I get
with
all of that.
someone
And
who
see how
doesn't-
vulnerable you are with your friends, and that's why you're open to being hurt and everything else because you want that vulnerability. I don't want that. What you mean?
So you don't want me to be vulnerable with you? And you don't want to feel like you can be vulnerable with me?
Yeah, I'm not.
Because love is being vulnerable. Love is you're hoping that you can love
you're
somebody.
right. Love is pain. That's what they say. Love is all of that.
Okay.
Okay. What? I'm just saying. I get it. Yeah, you be vulnerable.
And that's exactly how you be when I be being vulnerable.
He parking up here today.
His other girl.
He ain't got to drop off his.
He must have just dropped her off. Y'all, it's this old man, right? He parked. We stay on the 3rd level. He will park up here on the 3rd level. He goes to an apartment that's up here on the 3rd level. He take food, everything. But then there's days that we see him parking on the 2nd level, and he taking food in, or he taking his stuff in, and he go on the 2nd level. He don't come on the 3rd. I don't know what kind of shit he got going on.
No,
but
I always see him by himself too. I never see him with no.
I know that the one that he stay up here with, there's a lady who lives there. She works at the school district.
Oh yeah.
But
No, that's
I don't know who he be going downstairs
Well,
and coming in
maybe
with.
he be taken to his apartment and he got his little
Nah,
thing.
because I'm nosy. I'm going to ask him. If
No,
he
you're
get under
not.
the
No,
car,
you're
he'll be
not.
like,
We might
why
leave
you be on the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor?
That's what's wrong with you black people. Mind your business. What I tell you all the time. Mind your business.
Now, I got questions,
'Cause
sir.
then
What
he-
kind of... Or you got a family upstairs and a family downstairs?
might
I mean,
be-
I think it's cool that you
and
got everybody in one same building. You ain't got to
he
run.
might be
but-
some serial killer. Like, you know what? I'm going to have to take you out now. Because now
you noticing
Yeah,
shit.
you being
You
too
right,
nosy.
babe. I watch too many crime shows. Let me mind my damn business.
Shit.
But...
Like, damn, this the only other person who knew or thought of something. I'm going to have to get rid of their ass. Yeah. Better stop playing.
But just to go back to the beginning, I saw that conversation. I thought, like, this is a great opportunity to see from a man's perspective. I would love to, like, have a conversation with your friends to see what their side of things, how they view the friendships.
Call
and
Marlon. He
stuff.
probably goes
I'm gonna call him and ask him, and I'm gonna record it for y'all if he let me, because I just want to see what he thinks as far as y'all and how y'all show up. But I do feel like he's an on-time friend. I do believe that if you called him today and you'd be like, man, some shit popping off, I really need you here, that I know with shadow of a doubt he would drop everything that he possibly could, because he got kids now, whereas when we was younger we had a family and he didn't have the kids and stuff, and so we would have to work some stuff out. But I'm sure he's a come through quick man. Like, he make it happen. I tried to plan a surprise for David, and he helped me plan a surprise for David to get to Vegas.
I mean, that's family.
He makes sure that...
That's why I said there's difference. You got associates. I don't have friends. You got associates and family.
That's what I said. I
If I
told
let you
them
up in my
that.
house, we done ate, we done cooked, we
Yeah, that's our policy. If you come here 3 times, the 3rd time you were no longer a
If
guest.
you just
We treat you
associate,
just like-
I'm probably not gonna have your ass at the house.
Yeah, you're not gonna get
I'm gonna be
invited.
like Dirk. Don't nobody know where I stay and my family stay. I see you out and about. We are what we are, and that's it.
He's definitely like that.
But hey,
I want you to pose this question about what do you think about your relationship
are
with
women
your
too
friends?
emotional? Yes, that's the question.
You can, if you think that women are too emotional, you can put that in the comments.
actually,
If you think that men are
No, no,
disconnected
let me-
and broken,
let me
you can
say
put that in the comments too.
These new age people are disconnected and broken and emotional. That's what.
Babe, you can be a grown ass 50-year-old man and be broken and disconnected.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't tell
That's
them people
'cause they
that it's
done been
just young
through-
people, because it's not. I
they
know a
done-
whole lot of broken ass
Because they
men in
done
the
been
world.
through some serious trauma and ain't got therapy. I haven't been through no serious trauma. That's
But
why-
you just said not too long ago that you got PTSD. So there has to be some type of trauma there.
That's with the police, okay? Like I just said that.
That's the only thing you feel like you got PTSD
I didn't
about.
realize what PTSD was until then people got to talking about it. I was like, damn, that's that feeling that I get every time the police.
It's called fight or flight.
The police get behind you, your heart start racing. You like, am I going? Yeah, that's PTSD. That's what I realized when they was talking about it. That's what I'm saying. I never knew. Growing up, you didn't know. It just was life, nigga.
And it's triggered by some sort of trauma.
Yeah, you didn't never think nothing of it like that. So it is what it is. Oh, he got 2 cups and he got some canes.
He taking
No,
lunch.
one is coffee and one is soda. So
He got a lot of food there. Just him. I'm telling you. I'm just
It's
telling
not a
you.
lot of
I'm
food.
I observe and behavior. I pay attention to how people move because you just don't know.
But hey, thanks for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. Stay up to date with the Most Out fam.
And I'll put the link for Michelle Obama's podcast if anybody is. It was a whole bunch of the comments was crazy talking about. It just looks like 2 men having a conversation and. They trying to say Michelle is a man.
No,
I was like, y'all some disrespectful ass people in these comments. Like when the comments is crazy, like they was like, it's just 2 gay guys having a conversation. Clearly her brother got a whole wife and kids. But they calling this man who don't got nothing to do with nothing gay and calling her a man. Like y'all so disrespectful. Just
the internet has no chill.
none. So I'll link that so y'all can, if y'all want to watch the actual,
Peace.
let us know what you think.
Throw the horns up. Peace.
I don't know nothing about no
Throw the
horns.
horns up.
What?
It's Texas. That's what we do. I've been doing that since we've been down here. You ain't ready yet. You gotta. I'm so.
You so what?
All right,
so
deuces.
what?
And I want to spend some time with you. Just the 2 of us.